In Switzerland, it is illegal to own just one guinea pig. Hello and welcome to the Red Herring, where I read it so you don't have to. In first grade, we were assigned to go home and answer a few questions on loose leaf. Not knowing exactly what that was, I wandered about the woods near my home searching for leaves, big enough for my writing. My mom's reaction when she asked why I was writing on leaves was priceless. Guys, what's loose leaf? Loose leaf paper. Paper that isn't attached in a notebook. Not a teacher, but in college I was in a classical mythology class, and we had to read the Metamorphoses by Ovid, an ancient text which puts together a bunch of myths and a cohesive story. Instead, some kid in my class read The Metamorphosis by Kafka, a 1914 short story about a guy who turns into a cockroach. Before class, I overheard him talking to his friends. Yeah, I actually did the whole reading, but why did we have to read it for this class? Dude just turns into a bug. It was weird. At least he didn't read the 2nd century Latin novel, Apuleius? Metamorphosis. Nailed it. All I remember from that one is talkie f***ing. This one girl last year did an assignment on Hawaii when the assignment was Iceland. She mixed up island and Iceland and thought she could choose any island. Live in Iceland can confirm it's practically the same place as Hawaii. Both are located on the geothermal hotspots and are surrounded by an ocean. Live in Hawaii can confirm the confirmation. Was a teacher assistant for a food and culture course. One of our assignments was for students to go to an area where people were interacting with or eating food with other people, and basically make some observations and answer some questions from a worksheet about people's behavior and its relevance to human culture. That was a long sentence. So this could be something like a farmer's market, a pizza joint, or a meeting of the Mycological Society of America, my favorite entry. In each case, we asked the students make observations of the surrounding for an hour and 15 minutes. We had a pretty broad level of acceptance for what would be an appropriate setting. One student completely misunderstood the point of the assignment and ended up, as far as I can tell, observing 2 potatoes for over an hour. The first half of the assignment was describing these observations. The second half was an answer to the final question of the assignment, which is something like, say you got funding to investigate the relationships between people and food further. What would you study? For this answer, he ended up copying and pasting the description of a YouTube video on potato life hacks. Remove tarnish from your silverware by first boiling a couple of potatoes. Remove the potatoes and set your silverware in the water for 1 hour. Then wash and rinse the silverware. Potatoes can clean silver. Why? Hold the floral arrangement in place by cutting a potato in half lengthwise and placing it cut side down. Poke holes in the potato with the scratch awl or screwdriver where you want the flowers to go, and then insert the stem. What is the advantage? So yeah, slight misinterpretation. Edit: I cannot post a student's assignment for those asking, but part of one of the answers included, it's late spring and it's a great time to talk about potatoes. Who can argue with that? When I was in 4th grade, my teacher told the class to write incomplete sentences for our first homework assignment. I heard it as incomplete sentences. I purposefully made all my sentences fragments. The teacher was neither impressed nor did she believe me. Remember to write incomplete sentences. Pretty straightforward there. Preschool teacher here asked my students to tell me the first sound in dog. Almost every one of them responded, woof. Not a student, but my daughter was old enough to learn about animal sounds. So we were asking, what sound does a cow make? Moo. What sound does a cat make? Meow, etc. As a joke, I said, what sound does a deer make? As she immediately made a kissy noise, she was very insistent that it's the sound a deer makes. Okay, kid, you're the boss. I was baffled until my significant other came home, walked over to kiss me hellos, saying, hey dear, how was your day? Oh my gosh, that's just adorable. I'll save you the trouble. They do make sounds, but not kissy ones. I was teaching a college history class and the students were assigned a book called Lieutenant None about a woman who fled Spain for the New World dressed as a man and lived the rest of her life as a man. It's about 100 pages and takes about an hour to read if you are focused. One of my students bought the book online from half.com or something like that. and ended up reading 300 pages of dense feminist philosophy about gender roles in the 16th century. If nothing else, he had some very interesting contributions to our discussion that day. Kind of similar, my friend in college was assigned The Little Prince. Instead, he grabbed a copy of The Prince, and I think he went ahead with the assignment. Yeah, I just treated it as if he did the assignment. Guy did much more work than was necessary and probably learned something in the bargain. Here's some inspirational words of wisdom. Don't trust yourself. Duck and cover. Please like, comment, or subscribe. Thanks for watching.